Okay, so we're playing Dark Souls Remastered. I've just made a character. It took me a little while to make her look, slightly human. But let's jump into it.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
Okay, that's a legendary intro.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
always makes me laugh how long it takes to make a character that looks human, and then you start off and they look positively unhuman. Undead, you might want to say. Okay, so we start our journey in, for me, what is one of the best games of all time. Is definitely up there in my top 3 games of all time. Let's do this. I've decided I'm gonna do a strength build because I feel like it's probably, I don't know, maybe it's the fastest way for me to progress through this game. I'm not entirely sure. The strength build is definitely the first build I ever did when I completed this game. But I haven't really done it since because I like to mix it up. But this is gonna feel different again because I haven't done it in a long time. Okay, let's come on baby, light my fire. Okay, the last time I played this game was, I played it a little bit recently when I just downloaded it. I had it on PlayStation before. The last time I had it on Xbox was probably when the original was out, not the remastered version. So it's still been a while. Okay. Let's go. Give me my weapon. My weapon's okay. Yeah, you better run. Okay, 2 hits. I don't know why I put that there. Okay, let's go and visit our friend. I think I need to change the brightness, to be honest. Okay, we're done.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Okay,
Regrettably,
I don't know why I cut out half of this.
but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There was an old saying in my family.
Oh, maybe it's because I'm not wearing my left
In thine
yeah,
excess
piece
from
in.
the undead asylum,
So it might have just sounded out
pilgrimage to
there
the
that
land
side.
of ancient lords. When thou ringest the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead fate.
Undead favourite. Thank you.
And this.
Oh, thank you, good sir.
I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Okay, let's go. punch attack. Let's do that this way. $417. Okay. Come on, Asylum Demon. You're not as good as the guy below you. Anyone who doesn't know, there's actually another demon below this. Below this level called the Stray Demon. And they look very similar. But they have slightly different attacks, and the Stray Demon is just way more OP than this guy. Which is understandable because this is the first boss. Big Pilgrim's Key and a Humanity. Thank you very much. Okay, let's make our way to Firelink Shrine. I have to say, the reason I love this game so much is because it really does teach the player how to overcome adversity. I mean, a lot of things in life will teach us that anyway, but this game is it personified.
That one day an undead shall be chosen
Epic.
to leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Yeah, I remember the first time I played the original, not the remastered version, but the original. And my brother-in-law actually asked me to play it. And it was one of those things I can understand where he's coming from. He really wanted to watch someone else play it because it's such a... You actually go through a journey when you play these games. It's not just like a normal game. Anyone who's a big fan of Dark Souls would agree with me. You go through like a path, like a righteous path. It's like a pilgrimage. But when I first played it, I just did not understand. Like, why does it have to be this hard? Why can't I keep my souls? Blah blah blah. You know, why is there no proper tutorial and stuff like that? But now you learned by playing.
Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right?
Right.
But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually two bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead
Famous bells.
The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land, the undead.
Very sinister laugh, my friend.
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. I don't know. Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
exhausted is? No, I haven't. Not yet.
Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity, coveting thy neighbor is only human after all. What are you looking at?
You.
Try anything clever. You might regret it. What? You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Now, well, listen. One of the bells is up above in the
Okay.
underground church. But
That's the one we're gonna go to first.
broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burn
So, yeah.
through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead burn, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But
The infamous
again,
Blight
I
Town.
step foot in that cesspool.
Okay, let's continue forth. But yeah, as I was saying before, I do think I was at the start when I first ever played this game. I didn't understand it, and you get to a moment and everything just clicks. You're like, okay, so this is actually very calculated. It's a very well calculated game, and it's actually genius. But it's very easy to miss what makes this or these games special. And I missed it for the very first couple hours of playing it. Maybe even more than a couple of hours. I just didn't understand it, but fair play to my brother-in-law. He kept on sort of pestering me to play it with him. And I was very frustrated. And I just was not used to games of this nature, you know. I don't think I've sat at the bonfire yet, because I should have 10 Estus flasks, so I'm going to do that now. Let's level up strength a bit. Yep, there we go, 10 Estus flasks. Because the Firelink Shrine bonfire is the only bonfire, I believe it's the only one that's kindled without having to kindle it yourself. And kindling a bonfire just means you get double the amount of Estus that you get from a non-kindled one. That was annoying. That bonfire. Sorry, the firebomb. Got the word bonfire in my head. But yeah, I'm doing a strength build. I think I might do a sacrificial run. I might sacrifice my life to get the Zweihander in the graveyard with all the skeletons. He's the most annoying first enemy in this game. Right. Let's go. But yeah, after I got into the franchise, I actually started playing Demon Souls back on the PS3. And I have a funny sort of relationship with that game because, can you let me do the jump attack? Because my PlayStation 3 at the time wasn't saving. It was broken in a very specific way. So it was still letting me play games, but it just wouldn't let me save anything. So at the time, my favourite game was Demon Souls. I preferred it over Dark Souls 1 because I think it's just because I played it so often and I knew it better than I know this game. So yeah, what I would do is I would play it so often from the very start. I would have to start the game every new day that I played it. So if I hadn't, I would basically have the PlayStation on. I was very young, so it's not like I had a job or anything. But yeah, if I started it, I would keep the PlayStation on for like 10 hours and go back to it every now and then, because I knew that as soon as I turned the PlayStation off, it means that save is gone forever. So I would just go from the start to try and get as far as I can in a one-day run. And I would always get pretty far, to be fair. I forget, it's been so long since I played it. But I think it's the Judicator. I think I would always get around that area, and for like one run it's not bad at all. But I used to love the game so much that I didn't mind playing the game. That's a lie, by the way. Yeah, I didn't mind playing it from scratch, like almost every day. Like I said, I was a kid, so I didn't have a job to. It's not like I had a life, to be fair. But I was obsessed. And I haven't got PlayStation 5, so I haven't played the remastered one, which probably is the best looking Souls game out there right now. But yeah, I really want to play that. We have ourselves a humanity. How many have we got now? Let's check. 5, okay. Let's continue up. Oh shit. I forgot about him. Okay, oh, my right leg is getting numb. Okay. Soul of the Lust Undead. How many of those have we got? Large soul. 5 of the Soul of the Lust Undeads. 6 in total. Iconic. I tried to lock on there. So when you're performing a backstab in this game, you actually have momentary invincibility. So you don't have to worry about anyone attacking you whilst you're doing the backstab animation. But unfortunately just there, right after the animation, I got hit. Like, soon as the invincibility part ended, I got hit. We can use the key to get this wooden shield, which we're never going to use, but you know. Okay, moving my leg. lads. I'm gonna need one of you to chase me. There we go. You can go in there without having to draw one out, but I'd rather not risk it right now. I'm not as practiced in this game as I used to be, because back in the day I played it quite often, but it's been a while, as I said before. But I'm very interested in the new Armored Core game by From Software. I've never played one, but when they announced it, I was a bit frustrated that they weren't bringing out a new Dark Souls, which I kind of already knew anyway. Like Miyazaki's already explained his. I don't really know exactly what he said, like word for word, but I think he's had enough of Dark Souls for now. So I kind of knew that there wasn't going to be a new one, but I ended up watching a video on YouTube by Vidya, who is like probably the biggest Dark Souls YouTuber out there. He does a lot of lore-based videos. A lot of you already know him. And he did a very extensive video on Armored Core. There's been quite a few of them, to be fair. And he made me actually really look forward to the new Armored Core. I think it's Armored Core 6 or something. But that is a mark of a very good YouTuber. Someone who makes you look forward to something you've never played before. But yeah, that does look pretty epic, and the levels in the newest one coming out look a lot more fleshed out than previous years, or previous titles in the franchise. Let's get this guy, the crossbow. See, I'm out of practice with the whole lunge attack. I'm not. There we go. Should I fight the knight down here? I might just leave him to it for now. I'm not scared, you're scared. Shall I use Nestor's Flask? It seems a bit of a waste. Doesn't. Yeah, the Master Key does this. There's a Havel Knight down there. Oh, and I know I don't get very many viewers, but if any of you are Spanish, I want to say congratulations for winning the Nations League final against Croatia. It was yesterday at the time of recording. It's the first time a Nations League match, a Nations League final has ever gone to penalties, so it was a very close one. Okay, here we go. Let's kill these guys first. I'm going to use Nestus anyway. Okay. The famous ragdolls. Okay, here we go. Taurus Demon. boss music is really loud. Oh, I forgot to dual wield. What was that? 368. Okay, I'm gonna do it again and we can see how much more damage. All for science. How much more damage you get with dual wield. Oh, that was close. Okay, here we go. So it's 368 before. 419. Yeah, it's totally worth it. What? Oh, I didn't time that very well. I'm trying to do my lunge attack, but it's not working. Oh, you little minx. Okay, let's just finish it up. Oh, wow. I'm glad that doesn't make you fall off. Victory achieved. Nice, let's go. Homeward burn and an extra humanity. But yeah, like I was saying before about this game, it really, the whole franchise is about overcoming adversity. There's going to be times where you're stuck on a boss, and the best way to progress is to learn attack patterns. Even like when it comes to the boss area, there's sometimes you can take advantage of the boss by being in a certain area.
Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn.
Sunlight, bro.
My very own son. Do you find that strange? Well, it should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time. Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment. The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
I'm going to say yes, but I'm not going to use any help in this run. The only reason I'm saying yes is because, you know, this is the pinnacle of Dark Souls NPCs right here.
And relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind. Oh, hello there. I would say that the sun is a if only I.
Bid you farewell. Okay, so yeah, what was saying before about overcoming adversity, I think this game actually, I mean, there's a video on YouTube where this guy is talking about how this game actually got him over his depression. And I really, really can see how that would do that for someone, because it really, like, if you practice what this game teaches you in real life, obviously you're not going to go around killing people, but if you practice what this game teaches you about overcoming hard times, it can be a gateway into helping you out of a depressing situation. I mean, I have a sort of list of things that I do when I let's put some more into strength, because I can't remember how much strength I'm going to need for this Y-hander, but let's do that. Yeah, I have like a list of 4 things that I engage in if I ever start to feel down, just in general about life, or something that's been difficult. And those 4 things are gratitude journaling, so just anything in your life that is even slightly positive. So, for instance, it could be absolutely anything, you know. I'm looking around the room now. I am gratuitous for the plant that is in front of me. My house plant is a yucca plant, and in the past I've had plants that I've not been very good at keeping up with watering, but this specific yucca plant needs watering like once every 2 weeks or something. So I'm gratuitous that it doesn't need much water to survive, because it means that I have more beauty in my home without, you know, the worry of it dying. And I know that is such a small thing to be gratuitous for, but stuff like that really does help. This guy is really annoying me. Okay, finally. And it can be something as small as a houseplant to something as big as being gratuitous for a family member, you know. So yeah, the number 1 on the list is being gratuitous, and it can actually help just to like write them down. You know, just do like maybe between 1 and 5. 3 is like a sweet spot. Just each day, just write 3 different things that you're gratuitous for. Oh, I was hoping this rat was gonna fall down. Okay, there we go. He eventually fell down, but not how I wanted it. There we go. Number 2 on the list is exercise. I always choose, I mean, I do a bit of cardio, but my main exercise is hypertrophy, weight training. So that is generally between 8 and, some people say 12, but I do 15, between 8 and 15 reps of of heavy weight. For me, you know, it's all relative. It's all, you know, depending on the individual. But if I can do more than 15 reps with the weight that I'm using, then I progress to a heavier weight. And then I will end up doing between 8 and 15 again, and then so on and so forth. So exercise is not only something that can help you with depression because of the physical aesthetics of your body, because because it just feels good when you look in the mirror and you see the progression right in front of your face, but it's also the endorphins that it releases after you've been, you know, mentally it's so good. When I leave the gym I just feel like $1,000,000. Let's try and fight this dude. I wouldn't recommend it to new players, but to be honest, I might die. It's looking like I really might die. Okay. How fast is he gonna be? That was actually quite a dodgy time to use Nestor's Flask. Okay. Nice little backstab. You need to be careful of that one because when he winds up the attack and you move, you feel like you might be out of the attack zone, but he changes right at the last second, so you need to be focused on that one. Oh wow. Okay, there we go. Dynamite chunk. Okay, I feel like I might need to kindle. Wait. I think that big gate at the back is going to close. I don't remember. I thought it was always closed, but it might just close when I go in there. Interesting, I never really noticed that. Yeah, I might kindle the flame that is next to the ladder that I just kicked down and make that give me 10 Estus Flasks, because I have 2 right now and I'm a bit wary. But let's see if we can. I'm sure I'll be fine. Famous last words, eh? Alright, dude. Okay, yeah, so exercise is number 2 on the list. Number 3 is something that everyone knows it benefits you for, but no one really does it. I think he's gonna close the gate now. Yeah, he closed the gate. I never noticed that it starts off opened. I wonder if you kill them fast enough you can keep the gate open. Never thought of. Well, like we've just established, I didn't even know it was open in the first place. I knew you can open it, but I didn't know it was open before. Oh, I didn't expect the second swing or thrust. That's what she said. Okay. I need to get these alluring skulls to kill on this giant hog. Okay. Oh wow, I nearly fell there. I'm gonna have to edit that in. That was pretty loud just then. Okay. Oh shoot! You stealthy little pigs. He's probably like, oh, you little bleep. You just made me run straight into that fire. You just tried to run up the stairs and get me. This is strange because every time I've done it before, he just keeps on running into the fire. These little dregs are coming out because of the alluring skull. Okay, do I just go and smack him in the ass? Kill him off. Oh shit. Okay. WTF. We traded. Lizzie's dead. If you didn't know, that enemy stays dead when you kill it. Okay. So we have our first death. I was hoping it would be way later on. I definitely am not good enough to play this game on a deathless run, but I was hoping that my first death would be a lot later than it has been. Okay. Yeah, but meditation, like I said before, meditation is something that can help you sort of just still your mind. Still as in S-T-I-L-L, not S-T-E-A-L. Just because I feel like, especially in this day and age, there's so many things that are trying to still your attention. Mainly stuff like social media, advertisement, and just the everyday rush of life. So to be able to put yourself in the now, rather than just always thinking about what you're going to do soon or thinking of the past, because it never really helps you unless you're like sort of going into the cookie jar of something you've achieved in the past. Like I said before, with gratitude being gratuitous for something that you've done in the past, i.e. I'm gratuitous for being consistent in the gym, because in the past years of my life I was never consistent, and I just always hated the look of my body. Now, even though I'm not exactly where I want to be with my body, I am so much further towards where I want to be than I ever have been in my entire life, and I'm 30 years old. Most people have the best body of their life in their 20s or whatever, but I have the best body I've ever had, and I'm 30 years old. So yeah, just like, if you are thinking of the past, make sure it's something that actually helps you rather than something that you regret, because it's not going to change anything. just being present in the moment. And the way I like to meditate is by doing the famous breathing, like focus on your breathing, because if you're focusing on your breathing, you're going to be present, because it's something that's happening present, in the present. And the way I like to do it is, I guess the best way to put it is, the reason a lot of people don't understand or don't really get into the best frame of mind with meditating is because I feel like they think that you are supposed to not think about anything, and then if you do, then you failed, you know. And that's not how it works. The best way to think of it is, anytime you are meditating and you start thinking about something that isn't a present thought, the best way to think of it is, every time you bring your mind back to your breathing and the now, think of it as one repetition, as in like, it's a gym term, obviously, one rep. So like, think of it as a bicep curl for your biceps. Every time you bring your focus back to your breathing, that's one rep. Oh, by the way, that bell in the background that you're hearing, that's people online ringing the bell that I'm trying to ring right now. I always thought that was a really cool thing that FromSoft put in. That's another player from a different part of the world. Well, I don't know if it's always going to be a different part of the world. It could be in England where I am, but it's just another person ringing the bell. So cool. But yeah, see, I'm actually doing it now. I'm going to bring myself back to the present moment. I just distracted myself with that piece of information, and I'm bringing my focus back to the present moment. And yeah, so like, a lot of people, what they do, they punish themselves for thinking about something that isn't present. So, say they're meditating and then they're thinking about, oh, what should I eat later? They'll then be like, oh no, I'm not supposed to think about what I'm eating. I'm supposed to be present in the moment. I'm not supposed to think about what I'm going to eat, sorry. I'm supposed to be present in the moment. So they punish themselves, and that's not how you're supposed to do it, because of course that's not very healthy to do. Just keep mentally punishing yourself all the time. Every time you bring your focus back to the present moment, think of it as that's a positive. I don't remember the damage reduction. 100. Okay, so spider shield is better than the light shield. So this way, every time you do bring your focus back to the present moment, it's a positive thing. So immediately you're coming at it in a different frame of mind. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is probably get to this next bonfire and then we'll cut it off there. Let's see if I can even make it. Okay, I'm gonna run away for a second, just so I can use Nestor's flask. Sorry about those seagulls, they're literally in every one of my videos. So yeah, rather than being in a frame of mind where you're punishing yourself throughout the whole meditation process, you're actually being very positive with yourself by saying, oh yeah, that's another rep, I brought my focus back to the present moment. So immediately you're in that state of mind where it's a positive process. That 5 or 10 or 20 minutes of meditation becomes a positive exercise rather than a negative exercise. And it really does help with just bringing your focus back to the now in your everyday life. Someone's just rang the bell again. And then the fourth on the list of getting yourself out of depression without medication is just reading. Generally, what I like to read is self-improvement books. So, in the past, still now, I do have some trouble with sort of social interactions. I'm not always in. It's hard to explain. I mean, you can kind of hear right now. I don't always know the best thing to say, and I always sort of trip up in what I'm trying to say. But generally, I'm so much better than I used to be because of a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And it's the best way I look at it is everything that I do that gets me out of anxious and depressing moments in my life is really just things that give me hope for the future of my life. So gratitude journaling, exercise, meditation and reading, they all give me hope for a better tomorrow. And I always try and make sure that anything I do in the now is going to make the future me happy with the current me, if that does that make sense. So in the future, when I think back to now, I'm going to be happy and not annoyed with me, myself. I think I'm gonna put some into endurance. So yeah, in other words, the way out of depression is hope. So always try and give yourself a reason for the past you to be thankful of the present you for. Okay, we've met the blacksmith. I'm not going to reinforce anything actually, just because I don't think I'm going to be using this weapon for very long. So my recording just stopped, so I had to just start recording again. But that's okay. All we wanted to do was get to this bonfire, and then we were going to cut it for this episode. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. I know there's not going to be many people watching, but I'm going to continue these episodes because it's one of my favourite games of all time. I would be playing it